Hi everyone, it's great to have a pleasure here. Charlie Travis, Old World Galleries. Charlie, great to see you.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks so much for being here with us today and everything. And I tell you what, we've seen what you've done over the years, 24 years in Blowing Rock and now about a year and a half in Boone. Tell us about all the things you're doing there, because it's fantastic. You got so much jewelry, you have artwork, you have estate jewelry, appraisals, repairs, servicing. Tell us everything and how great it's going there.
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah.
We're a full-service jeweler.
Yeah.
We specialize in antique and estate goods. We help with liquidation of estates. We buy and sell jewelry. We do custom design work. Repairs are done on premises. And it's really a pleasure to be able to serve our customer well.
Yeah, I think that's what I've noticed. In the time that I've known you, the one thing that's always impressed me so much is how much effort you make to service your customers. And that's exactly what you do here, isn't it, with Old World Galleries?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We meet with each client individually and help them work through the process of deciding exactly how to redesign a piece of jewelry, for instance, or if it needs work, then how we should go about completing that work.
Yeah. So tell us about the other thing. Well, first of all, let's show us some of the things you have here, because these just such a wide assortment, some unbelievable jewelry you have right here.
Well, thanks, Terry.
Yeah.
We love to handle the antique and estate jewelry. This brooch dates to about 1910. It's made in platinum, has diamonds and sapphires. The beauty of it is in the handwork and all of the labor that went into it, and that's almost prohibitive today. And then we do a lot of custom design work with engagement rings. We begin with the client's idea, and then we can design it any way that they want. That's the beauty of it. So for instance, we worked with a client recently who saw a ring, had a round center diamond. He wanted a pear-shaped diamond. It was in white gold. He wanted it in rose gold. And when it was complete, it was absolutely stunning. Very different from anything that you would see on the street. Yeah. And so we love doing the custom design work.
Yeah, I think that's the creativity in you and everything, isn't it?
That's the fun part of the job.
Yeah. So tell us some more about some of the other pieces you have here.
Great. This is based on an old design. It has a 5-carat gold and sapphire surrounded by emeralds with diamonds surrounding those, and it's set in platinum. One of the most interesting aspects of this particular ring is how each of the emeralds are hand cut for this mounting. And so the cutter, the emerald cutter, and the diamond setter are sitting side by side, and each emerald is cut for this ring. Yeah. Okay?
Boy, that is really nice. And what about the red one here in the middle?
Right. This is a Burmese ruby, very, very deep red. And a lot of folks don't realize that ruby and sapphire are the same mineral. And sapphire comes in all colors. The only color that's considered another name is ruby, and that should be a deep blood red color. This is one that we mounted in the store, and it's in 14-karat white gold. This is a sapphire, okay? So these two minerals are the same. They're both corundum. It's the second hardest material known to man. Diamonds, of course, are the hardest. So it's very practical to wear in an item of jewelry that might be worn every day. Yeah. This is one that's set in platinum with an emerald cut diamond and with emerald cuts on each side of it in a handmade mounting. And this one is in white gold with a princess cut center stone and sapphires on the side.
Golly, so I mean that's what amazes me is just the uniqueness of each one of these pieces, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we all want something that's unique, don't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And tell us on this cross here. Yeah.
This is something that's very, very unusual. We rarely have an item like this in the inventory, but we just worked with an estate last week. They had some things that they wanted to part with, and this particular cross is made in platinum. It has a yellow gold backing. It was probably made about 1890. And we can determine that not only by the way the mounting is made, but also by the cut of the diamonds. And so with every art form, we see an evolution. And with diamonds in particular, prior to that time, 1890, diamonds were cut simply to maximize weight. And about 1880, artists began to realize that the symmetry of that cut, that is how those facet angles relate to one another, influenced the brilliance of the stone. And so it began to evolve, and we can look at it in time periods, and based on the way a diamond is cut, we can determine about when the item of jewelry was made.
Yeah. Golly, that's amazing. What about this here? What?
Oh, this is a beautiful piece. It is brand new, but it looks like something that would have been made in the 1920s, in the Art Deco period. The Art Deco period is when this brooch was made, and it represents the high art form. This bracelet has emerald cut diamonds with round cut diamonds surrounding it. It's in 14 karat white gold, and it's quite reasonable, especially for the look of it. This also is a new item. This particular ring is made on the order of the Art Deco style with sapphires and diamonds. The mounting is completely handmade. And this one is in platinum also.
Yeah. Golly. I tell you, it's amazing how much you know about all this stuff. I mean, it's fascinating. And what about the...
This is representative of a whole different aspect of our business. We have literally hundreds of items that are very affordable as gift items. This necklace and earring set is made in sterling silver. It's made of freshwater pearls and different colors of tourmaline. This particular necklace has green tourmaline and pink and blue tourmaline, and this is in the $100 range. Okay. We also have several different lines that are very well known throughout the country. This line is called Southern Gates, and it's in sterling silver. This artist is in Charleston, and they have taken the old iron gates, the historical gates in that city, and designed a line of jewelry around it. Very affordable, and something that everyone loves.
Oh yeah, I mean Charleston's such a beautiful city, and it's so the history of it. And we just go down on the old houses that go out there on the Battery and everything. Right. It's I think that'd be tremendous. So you've got custom jewelry, appraisals, repairs. But one of the other things that separates you guys is what Morgan Shaw. Tell us about that.
Oh, Morgan is a great jeweler. He's been working at the jeweler's bench now for about 40 years, ever since he was a teenager. His parents moved here in about 1978 or 9, opened their first store called The Goldsmith. And he worked with them. Both of his parents have passed on now. And he's had his own store for 15 years or more. And Morgan is very experienced in every aspect of jewelry repair and design. We're so pleased that he has associated with us.
Yeah. So you do estate jewelry, liquidations, you do everything like that too, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And tell us about the artwork you have, because that is absolutely beautiful. And so you actually represent some other artists and things too, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We represent 2 local artists, Wes Waugh, who specializes in watercolor paintings of local scenes. And these have been very popular. We've shipped them to Canada, Australia, and we offer them in framed and unframed versions, in large and small sizes, and we're so happy that Wes wants us to represent him. We have his entire portfolio, and he does a lot of scenes. This particular one is in Valley Crucis. It's a farm in Valley Crucis, obviously this time of year.
Yeah.
He loves to work with bright, bold colors.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And we also represent a local artist named Jane Miller, and she works primarily in oils and loves to do portraits. She also paints some local scenes, but we feel like her strength is in portraiture.
Yeah.
She loves to paint animals and human figures, and we have a nice selection of her work in the shop. She does commission works.
Yeah. Boy, that's great. You see the eyes on the dog there are beautiful. And that really looks like Valley Crucis there, doesn't it, with the farm
Yeah,
and,
sure
and the
does.
colors of the trees and a beautiful sky. But so this is obviously what you love. I mean, you 24 years in Blowing Rock, and tell us what first got you involved with something like Old World Galleries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Terry, I started working with an auction gallery that was in Blowing Rock. It was called the Fink Art Gallery while I was still in high school. And at the time, they operated in Blowing Rock in the summer and in Fort Lauderdale in the winter. And I began working with them as a senior in high school and fell in love with antiques and Persian rugs and jewelry, fine jewelry. So that's how I learned about all of the products that we specialize in today.
Yeah. That's interesting. So from there, obviously, 1979 is when you started in Blowing Rock with Old World Galleries. Tell us, then what led to that?
After working with the auction for many years, I decided that I wanted to have my own business. I love working with people and made a conscious decision that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And so in '78, I quit working for the auction, took a few months off, had my first child, started to college the first time, and decided that I wanted to serve my customer well.
Yeah.
In whatever area I could. At the time, we didn't have much money. My mom loaned me a few $100s, and we started the business. Then we always had friends in the antique business, Persian rugs, the jewelry business. And over time, we began to accumulate more inventory. After that first year, where we opened in Fosco, then we moved to Blowing Rock, and we were on Main Street in Blowing Rock, right next to Sonny's Grill. Yeah. And that was a great location. Then we later acquired the auction building that's right across from the park, which allowed us to expand our inventory. And we began to import from India, Pakistan, handmade Persian rugs. We also began to buy some large estates and jewelry items. We had a full-service store there, and we were known for antiques and Persian rugs and jewelry. Here in Boone, we've decided in reinventing ourselves that we would specialize in fine jewelry.
Yeah.
And so it's been a great pleasure to be able to bring in Morgan Shaw, who is really a professional jeweler, and combine that with my wife's skills. She strings the beads and pearls and helps out in all kinds of ways. So it's really a privilege to be able to provide full service to our customers.
Yeah, must be nice being able to work with your wife there too. That's an advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. So you're on King Street in Boone. So tell us, how to get to you and everything.
Okay. It's pretty simple. We're in the space where Walker's Jewelry operated for over 70 years. It's on King Street between Farmers Hardware and Watt-Sonata Western, directly across from the old post office.
Yeah, so that's easy to find there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell us about your website and everything too, because you've got, and this tells us, with anyone that can see this, all the different things you do, fine jewelry, and platinum, gold, and sterling silver you do, don't you? All the different types, antique and estate jewelry, repairs, appraisal, liquidation services. You can evaluate right there on the premises, local, and then you've got the local artist gallery and everything in there too. So tell the viewers how to be able to get to your website too, if you would.
It's simple. Our website is www.oldworldgalleries, GALLERIES.com.
Yeah. So I tell you what, you can tell you really love this. Yeah, I mean, this is what your passion, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and as I said, ever since I've known Charlie, it's been, service. He really goes out of his way to try to provide the most quality service that he can to the customer. So when you come in and deal with Charlie there at Old World Galleries, you'll know that he's going to give you his best effort all the time. And I think that's great to know for people. And that's why you've been in business so long, 24 years in Blowing Rock and now in Boone. But thanks so much for being here with us. It's a pleasure to have you. I hope everything goes great for you, and hope you get a chance to go down to King Street there to Old World Gallery, see Charlie and his wife, and also Morgan Shaw there working in there, and also the artists, Wes and the beautiful paintings that they have there too, and all the jewelry. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Terry.
And we'll be right back with more Mountain Television Network.